would have gotten this review out like 3 days ago, but it is that time of the year where final exams are coming up for school. So the first 2 days of the week I was doing that kind of stuff and school stuff. And then all of a sudden, you know, South Carolina just want to have tornado warnings like every single day. We lost power like the other night. And there was just no time to do a review without you guys hearing thunder or rain. It's still windy outside and there still is tornado warnings around here. So I'm just going to have to get this review out as soon as I can. So sorry for the late review, but here we go. On a movie that I can't tell you how much I hate that they just changed the source material. Iron Man 3. Continuing on the Avengers reviews all leading up to Endgame, which is literally a week from today. A week from today. It's scary to think. Like next week, we're seeing the end of certain characters and story arcs. Either way, that's for next week's review. Obviously, very anticipated for that. But today, I am reviewing Iron Man 3. And like I said, I'm skipping Avengers just because I want to save the first Avengers before the next Avengers because it kind of like equals together the first one, last one. So that will come either very soon or probably Sunday. I will get them out before next week, I promise. But today we're talking about Iron Man 3, which is directed by the one and only Shane Black. And I will say that Shane Black recently has made one of the worst movies I've ever seen, The Predator. And he also made The Nice Guys, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. He also was in Predator, the original one. So the man's talented. And the man can write a great script, and this movie, he wrote a good script, but he just wanted to change some things that pissed people off, like a lot. So again, this review contains spoilers, just for anyone out there. The movie's been out for like 5-6 years now. It came out in 2013. This movie is set after the events of the New York battle. Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., he's messed up from this battle. He just can't sleep. He's just thinking about there is something out there in outer space. There's aliens, there's different planets, there's everything out there. Come down here and kill us. So after he went in the hole in the Avengers and he came back down, he's a changed man. He can't sleep and he is just fighting with Gwyneth Paltrow. He can't focus on his work. And then all of a sudden, a guy named Guy Pearce comes in who's like this businessman who's trying to make this like power energy thing, makes people blow up and like lava comes out of him and heat. I don't even know. But either way, he's got this little business thing going on. He's the main bad guy, you would say. But from the trailers in 2013, it was the Mandarin who was the control of all of this, who is Ben Kingsley, who we see terrorist videos of, and it's haunting. And so Iron Man's got to get back together and fight him because his house was destroyed and he's lost all of his stuff. And this movie mostly focuses on Tony Stark more than Iron Man himself, which I loved. I love how this movie, it deals with Tony Stark and the kid. The kid is in this movie. He's actually from The Nice Guys. He's in the opening scene of the movie. That kid and Tony Stark have great chemistry. And I love when Tony Stark's using his wit, his actual human ability to make him an actual character. This is what made Iron Man 2 so bad in my opinion, because Iron Man 2, he was just a billionaire dickhead. This movie, he's a character. He cares about the kid. He cares about saving people. He cares about Gwyneth Paltrow. He's a caring person, but he's also a billionaire philanthropist. That's why we love him. That is why Iron Man 2 is so bad to a lot of people. That main reason. So this movie, it goes right back to Tony Stark without him being Iron Man throughout the entire movie, which I loved. And I gotta say, the script and the dialogue and the comedy is A+ material in most part because it is Shane Black's writing. His directing throughout the movie, you can tell this is a Shane Black directed kind of film. It's set in Christmas time, which is a huge Shane Black thing. But overall, the famous thing with this movie is it's a Shane Black movie, it's not a Marvel movie. And it's true, this movie does feel like a Shane Black movie, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it definitely doesn't feel like a Marvel Cinematic Universe. Guy Pearce actually does a good performance as the main villain in this movie, even though what comes to the movie is, yeah, but still, I think Guy Pearce does a great job. Gwyneth Paltrow, I think this is personally my favorite performance from her. I mean, she was great in Iron Man 1, and she's also a few parts throughout the entire movies. But in this movie, she was a caring character. You cared for her, and she had her badass moments, especially in the scene with the house, and the suit is trying to come to Iron Man, but it gets on her. I love the scene where the house gets destroyed and it falls in the ocean. CGI is great. The action set pieces, they feel earned. I love the shootout when it's Robert Downey Jr. and Tony Stark without his suit and a gun just going in and shooting people. I like that stuff. It felt like, wow, you know, Marvel's They had an action scene with people killing people. I mean, obviously people die in the movie and everything, but it's a scene where he's shooting a gun and he's not having Simon suit. He doesn't get it till he's locked up and he starts doing this and it comes on to him, obviously. But the action scenes, they feel earned, they're well directed. I mean, the whole movie has great action, great cinematography, great dialogue, but my God, let's just get to it, guys. Let's talk about this. Okay. In 2013, after 2012, after the Avengers came out, I started actually reading comic books. I was like, you know what? I'm going to read on these characters. So I started reading comic books about every one of the characters. And the first ones I started reading was Iron Man. And I did read it, and I read it, and I got to the Mandarin issues and where he came in and all that kind of stuff. One of the coolest villains I've ever read on paper. Like, he's just an interesting character. He's a terrorist. He's evil being. And when the trailer came out, Ben Mendelsohn, from the looks of it, was the Mandarin, and he was evil, and he was disgusting, and it looked great. And I was so excited. I was like, he looked perfect. I can't wait to see him play the Mandarin. And then we get the movie. Turns out, Ben Kingsley, the Mandarin, is just an actor. He's faking it. He is using it as a show-off so they could be like a twist, and Guy Pearce is the Mandarin, and he's the one who's trying to get the power. It's like, twist. Ben Kingsley, he's a drunk actor who's all like, oh, I'm sorry, I was just an actor. And it, to me, as a comic book fan, it broke my heart. It's just something you can't change. And the trailer hyped it up, and throughout the entire movie they hype it up. It's like, Ben Kingsley is the Mandarin, and he's a badass. And then we get the twist, and it just stabs you in the heart, because it was such an interesting character. And I know there's that short film, that 5-minute scene where he's in prison, whatever. I ain't talking about that. It's not in the movie. Don't care about it. I'm talking about this damn movie and how much it pissed me off when I saw it in theaters and how much it pisses me off now when I watched it today. It ain't right, man. It just ain't right. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't be doing that. I should be talking about the movie itself, because there's times where Marvel movies and superhero movies alone change something from the comics and the movie, and it works out beautifully awesome. Major spoilers, just saying, another spoiler alert, Captain Marvel just did that. They did the scrolls, they were bad, and now they're good. Huge difference. I know someone who hates the movie just because of that reason. Me personally, I like the change. It's cool, it's different. I dug it. This movie, it just felt like they just stabbed you and like, twist, here's a twist. It didn't feel earned, it didn't feel nothing. It was just like, he's an actor, and then now Guy Pearce is the evil guy with lightning and lava coming out of him, heat, and it just, no. Overall, not a terrible movie, but definitely not best, and it is going to get a B-. I do like it more than Iron Man 2, I will admit. Again, the movie overall is still enjoyable. Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., of course, is amazing. The acting's great, the dialogue's great, the action scenes feel really earned. And again, the biggest issue to me is just the Mandarin is just a complete waste of a potential great villain that they just throw under the bus that I just really did not like them doing. So next, guys, finally, the next review of the Marvel Universe leading up to Endgame is, of course, and finally, I can't believe I've never reviewed this movie, the very first Avengers movie. I am reviewing that next. I could possibly get that in the next hour or two. If I don't, it's definitely coming out Sunday. Promise you that. But it is coming up very soon, and I can't wait, guys, for you to talk about it. I can't wait to talk about the first Avengers movie. It's very exciting. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everyone.